Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my big backyard. It is a beautiful day here on December 30th in Delaware. The temperatures today are in the 60s. It is really nice for December. However, that wasn't the story last week. Christmas here in Delaware was one of the coldest that we've had in a very long time. Now, I wasn't even here to enjoy it. I was in sunny California where the temperature was in the 60s, but down here in Delaware, the temperature was in the teens or lower. I think there was one day where it didn't even get out of the teens the whole day. So we had some very cold temperatures, and that has affected my outdoor cactus garden quite a bit, as you can see. I made the decision this year not to put up the plastic cold frame that I put up last year. The cold frame was here to keep the water out of the cactus garden so it wouldn't rain in it, and to mainly keep it warm. However, with a cold frame over it, you get a lot of heat during the day. I mean, it would get very hot in there, and then it would be very cold at night because it doesn't retain the heat. So what I decided is just to take the risk and see what would happen to my plants, all of them, if I just left the cold frame off and let these cacti and succulents do their best with the temperatures and the conditions that are given here in Delaware in the winter. Now, they're all, or most of them, are cold hardy varieties in one way or another, but as you can see, the extreme temperatures have affected it. And I'll show you that as we go along. One of the things that the cold frame did that obviously did not benefit this year is keep the rain out of it so that the cactus garden stayed completely dry all winter. And we had quite a bit of rain in the week prior to that cold snap. So I think at least 4 inches while I was still home. And now, even though my cactus garden drains really well, as you can see in the videos where I build it, that moisture has definitely affected how the garden has done. So we'll start over here. I have a lot of cactus in here, like Trichocereus, and these guys, ugh, look at this. He feels soft and squishy. I'm not sure how well he's gonna do. He might have frozen to death. I won't know until spring with those. You can't really just stick your finger in a cactus. It's a little spiny, so I'm just gonna have to wait to see what happens. My soft succulents, like this really right here, weirdly, this actually feels kind of firm. This is kind of a sedum. This may have survived the cold, who knows? That back there, we're just gonna have to wait and see what survived and what died. It was really a risk to leave it uncovered. I didn't expect temperatures in the teens, but that's what happened. As you can see, all the soft ones are squishy, but the centers of the rosettes, my cat is just, he cannot stay out of the way. He missed me while I was gone, and every time I go to point at something, the cat jumps in the way of the camera. So up there you have an agave at the top. You can see the agave pretty well here. It was upright like this one before the cold snap, and now you can see it definitely suffered some cold damage, but I think it's gonna come back. The smaller agaves, the ones that I grew from seed, aren't showing any issues at all, and neither is that one that's right under the nose of the armadillo there. It's looking pretty good. However, the soft succulents like this are very squishy back here. These leaves are dead, 100% dead. However, the centers are very firm. So actually I'm holding out hope that the centers of these have survived, and I'm going to still have wonderful luck with the cactuses. That cactus right there actually looks pretty good from this angle anyway. This is the only one that looks a teeny bit squishy, like it may be rotting, but I'm just gonna leave it alone and we'll see exactly what happens with that. Now, of course, I have all of these things like this ice plant and this ground cover sedum stuff that are going to do great in here. My opuntias look floppy as they normally do this time of year. I've got my eastern prickly pear back there. It can handle this. I've got my baby Rita here. And I've got a couple other cold hardy opuntias in here, there, and all of those I think will do just fine. This is my Echinopsis rainbow burst, not rainbow burst. Oh God, what is this one called? It's the Rigida spinis. It's got beautiful pink flowers, and I don't remember the name of it, but that's okay. Anyway, that Echinopsis is beautiful, and it's perfectly healthy looking. This here looks actually really good. This, I think it's an echeveria of some kind, but it seems like it really didn't get bothered by the cold at all. This is dead, obviously. And this little guy down here also looks really good. So it's interesting to see which of the plants can handle the cold and which ones can't. In all reality, I want my garden to be fairly low maintenance. I don't want to have to work really hard every year at protecting it. I want to grow things here that are neat, have beautiful flowers, but that I don't have to worry too much about over the winter. So this is really a good test of what's going to be healthy and happy here and what is not. As far as the smaller succulents go, like these guys over here, which I actually think that this stuff, these are dead. Look how squishy this is. In spite of the fact that the leaves are dead, I think that these plants might make it in the long run. And that's really the key here. How do the plants themselves do? Because they will grow really well and put out so much new growth in the spring that it's okay if they suffer a little bit now. I mean, actually, check this out. I would never have expected it, but this guy is very firm in the center. He's fine. There's a little bit of damage to these outer leaves, but other than that, he looks fantastic. Back there, my Opuntia bunny ears looks okay. I think he's going to be fine. And of course, things like the cholla, they come from a climate where it freezes every winter, and they're probably going to be just fine. So anyway, here is your January, well, at late December, early January update on the cactus garden. And it should be an interesting spring, seeing how everything does. Thanks for tuning in. Check back another time.